Hi, friends, and welcome to Me Living Approved, where I do real talk through my life experiences. Join me as I share my thoughts today. Hi, my dear friends, and welcome to Me Living Approved, where I, Dominic, share my real life experiences. And when I say that, I don't say that lightly, as in I'm going to put up any pretense or talk about things that I am clueless about. I don't know about you, but something that just press my button is when somebody wants to give me advice and they don't have a clue what they're talking about, but they've never experienced that. And I find myself just closing off completely. And sometimes the person means it well. They just want to be there for you and support you. But as I say, for me, I relate to people and to experiences and people's testimonies, stories about how they overcome maybe what I'm going through. So it's been a few weeks since I've posted because I have just gone through quite a few stuff, personally, physically, emotionally, and walking around with this whole concept of, when are you gonna post again? When are you gonna talk again? When are you gonna say anything again? Somebody saying that they miss the videos on YouTube because they like looking at me, and to me it was like, I wanna, but I can't, and I don't know why. And I want to share something with you. I've been walking with this for probably the last, longer than my last podcast. And it was about expectations that I have put on for myself. Expectations of I want to do that, I want to do that, and I want to do that. And I'm just not getting to everything, or I'm getting to everything, but I feel half full, half empty. And I was cleaning I think it was my garage. I was cleaning. We've got this garage it's big enough to park vehicles out, two vehicles in. And then also it's got cupboard space, and my washing machine is there. And you know that place which you just went in, you put things away, and you just like, I'm gonna get to this, and you just no, you're never gonna. So why don't you just dump it in the bin now, or put it in the bag now? But the bag must go into your boot, and that place. And I became so frustrated with everything that was there, where I started asking myself, why didn't I put this in the bin one time? Why am I still keeping a broken iron whom I can obviously do absolutely nothing with? Why am I keeping these clothes if there's people that need clothes? Why are all these soft toys of my daughter, who is now almost 12, why is her baby toy still here in a bag? And when I bake, I have these containers where I put the cupcakes in. Why are these boxes still in my garage? And I don't know. I think for me, I have it in the back of my head. I'm gonna need it in the near future, so I'm gonna hold on to it for a little bit longer. But who are we kidding? We're not. If you're like me, I'm probably gonna buy others like I do. And then I find out afterwards, oh my word, I actually have this in my garage. So you can just, with that picture, that mental picture, figure out or draw your own picture of how mine looks. And it's like, I experience this with Christmas also now, and with the Christmas decorations. I like decorating. I don't go overboard, but I like. And our whole family, or most of our family, both sides, were here by us. And I was Guys, I was stringing up baubles in a wire to make these decor, and it took me hours. And my husband be like, I did not commit to this, so I'll watch you. I'll pass on the tea, the cool drink, the biscuits, or whatever keeps you awake. But I ain't doing this. And with that being said, he's very supportive. Especially, I think I look at him a lot of times, and then you can see on his face, and it is always a concern for him that I overwork and I commit to far or too high or too much, that it affects our relationship afterwards, because I just probably didn't think through that I've overcommitted. But my personality is I like to entertain, and not fancy entertain, guys. I'm not really a social person like my husband. I like to be alone, but I've also learned over the last few years with challenges that I've had physically, that people around me and socially connecting is very good for me, even though it's not me. My eldest daughter and I are very comfortable on our own, spending time by ourselves, where my husband and Miss Zoe will entertain people all the time. And my husband actually scaled down from that because he knows it can negatively affect me because I overcommit and overwork. Why am I saying this today? I committed myself recently to something that I'm going to do very now in the near future. And this morning I was having my quiet time, and I started with this new book that I'm actually audio reading. I prefer audio read. I like hearing and sometimes skimming through the actual pages, but sometimes I don't have the book, so then I skim through the screen. And I saw a friend of mine post on Facebook yesterday. She's a life counselor, but it's just the one word that hit me, because it was the same word that hit me the day when I was standing in my garage trying to figure out what happened here. And it was the word declutter. And as I was sitting this morning and I was contemplating, I made this commitment, I'm going to start on this day with that, and then I've got this commitment, that's with a group of ladies that we do it together, and then I've got this commitment with another group of ladies, most of them being the same ladies, but then others added, and then I've got this group, which is our weekly group that I want to do this, and then I've got myself and what I want to do. And I looked at all of these, and like I said, I've been sitting with this for 2 weeks, and I told myself, I can't do this. I can't do this. I'm going to have to stop. And the first thing that hit me was, you're going to disappoint. You're going to disappoint people who is looking forward to this. You're going to disappoint people. Once again, that evil voice in your on the side that's that you're going to disappoint people. Once again, you made a commitment. Now you're not going to stick to your commitment. And now you should just continue, rather. And I couldn't have peace with that voice, because that voice was telling me that, first of all, I'm not good enough because I am not conforming to his sick idea of what he wants me to do. And very importantly, it was going against the other voice who was so gentle and so at peace and so full of love, which was telling me, people might not understand, but it's good for you. People might not be okay with it. But who said that you were put in that place in the universe where you had to please everybody? And if people really love you and they know you and you explain to them, they will actually be for you and not against you. You see, the one voice is saying that I am against you, and that quiet voice is saying, I am for you. And that's the declutter. So, my encouragement to you today is, whatever you have to declutter, don't wait for 2023, guys. Don't start with my New Year's resolution. Can't handle New Year's resolutions. My New Year's resolutions is I'm going to start giving up and, start running and jogging and eating healthy and all that. I don't do that at all. But in certain areas, I have to follow that discipline. I'm not going to run away from that responsibility. But do yourself a favor and declutter. Declutter now. Declutter in the moment where you are at now. Start saying no for things that's not good for you. Start stopping with things that's not good for you. Go clean out your garage. Pray for me. Go and clean out your Tupperware cupboard where the lids are like missing, but you've got 20 holders without lids. That fridge with that, it was Christmas lunch and there's like little, in Afrikaans they call it pitchies of cool drink and juice in there. And just because you don't want to throw it in the bin, now you keep it. Throw it away, ladies. Throw it away. That cupboard. Oh, I've got a cupboard. I've got so many things to declutter. I've got this cupboard. And I actually found recently I've got a organization that I organization that I can actually, so that's also on the horizon. But firstly, I need to go declutter in the area where I have overcommitted. And there's nothing wrong with it. Like I say, if people are upset that you are going to say no, that you're going to say, I don't like the word, I changed my mind, but people are going to probably say that. You'll say, it's fine. I have to do what's good for me. And this is not a self-care post. This is me saying, I need to get rid of the things that's not adding value. And I need to go back and uncommit, that's a word, to the overcommitments. Not to the commitments, guys. The commitments that you are at peace with and that's comfortable. Not comfortable. We know our journey is not comfortable. It's full of trials and challenges. We know that. But those commitments, which makes our, lack of a better way of saying, those commitments that makes our regular commitments and our passion, which makes them difficult and burdensome, because the last thing you want to do is overcommit and then not getting to the ones that really you're so passionate about. So let's end off 2022 by decluttering, and let's say goodbye to the things that will come probably on another turn, and then we can do them that. So this is me signing off. Have a blessed Christmas, which was yesterday, and a prosperous, supernatural, powerful 2023. We'll speak soon. If I don't get to speak to you in 2022 still, you take that message that I gave you now, or this is going to be another message where you're going to hear that, but know that you are so loved and it is okay to be open about your struggles. Just make sure you're learning from it and you're helping others in the process. Lots of love, Tom.